All right, well, this time I'm going to be joining you with a coffee because this is round 2, everybody. We were just recording an episode and didn't have the mics hooked up correctly.
Yep.
We are still in the learning phases. Great, I put coffee on the whatever this thing's called. Anyways, guys, welcome to the AANUKO Shop Talk Podcast. That might be the name.
There we go.
We're still throwing out some ideas as to what this show could be called. That's the best that we've got right now.
I like that better than the AANUKO podcast. I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, a little bit, there's a little something there on top. But anyways, today I'm joined by Brian.
Yo.
He is one of our barbers here at the AANUKO Shop. Obviously, everyone that we talk to are going to be mainly barbers, but that doesn't mean the content is only about hair. In fact, today's episode is going to be pretty much not about hair at all, because Brian has a little bit of an interesting story. He's still a young guy, 23?
23. Yep.
23. He's been at the shop now for
2 months.
About 2 months?
Yeah, about 2 months now.
And when he first joined, we did a bio video, got a little bit of history, of his own history, and there's a lot there. So that's kind of what I want to dive into. Brian is a ex-convict.
Damn.
We just got to throw it out there, let people know what they're in for. But your story is something that I can't personally relate to, so I find it fascinating. It's really cool to see, or to know a little bit about where you were in the past and where you are today, and you're on a path of improvement, I think is a fair way to describe it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your history. I guess let's start there, wherever you feel like going in. Tell me about your past.
Okay. Well, I was born out here in LA around 11, 12-ish, moved to North Hollywood. I was really into sports and stuff, so I feel like that kind of got me away from a lot of stuff for the most part. At 15, I got locked up. I went in for a couple burglaries and stuff. But I'm glad I got caught for that.
There's some more information you didn't share last time, so I'm already glad we're redoing this twice.
Two takes.
Yeah, 2 takes. We're learning a little bit more about the things he actually did. Okay.
But yeah, 15, I was in there until I was almost 19.
Am I supposed to be getting a haircut with you right now? Okay. Sorry.
So yeah, I had a lot of time in there.
So you were locked up from 15 to 19?
Yeah, well, damn near 19, yeah.
So straight consecutive?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, why didn't you tell me this last time?
I don't know.
This is interesting.
This is my second take, bro. I have more to think. No, but yeah, so after that, I came out. I was still kind of messing around, still in the streets. I feel like around 21, I started to get my shit together. I decided I wanted to be a barber. Before, I used to cut up the homies, but just make them bald and stuff. So I don't count that as cutting. It's more
You're learning.
Giving trasquiladas and shit. But yeah, so that, and then my barber told me just to go to school for it. So I took his advice, and now I'm here.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great recap. Why were you in jail for 4 years?
So I kind of got.
Is it jail or is it juvenile?
It's juvenile, huh?
Okay.
Juvenile, huh? Reiterate that. It's juvenile, huh? Yeah. So I got caught up with that at 15.
Caught up with what?
The burglaries.
Okay, so was it multiple times that finally landed you there, or was it first time and boom, you're looking at 4 years?
So it was 8 counts of burglary.
Nice.
Yeah, I racked up a good amount.
That'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I feel like. Were you
so,
caught
yeah.
every time?
No, they just kind of built the case. They built the case and just caught me up.
How do they know that you did it 8 times? So how many times did you do it in total? Some of it must have been successful.
Yeah.
You just get caught every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say it was just those 8 times.
Why are you getting cryptic again?
It was just those 8 times, bro.
Okay, so you're basically saying you're the worst burglary burglar
in the history
in the world.
in the world.
Caught 8 out of 8 times.
Caught 8 out of 8, no success stories.
But when you're actually going through that, though,
Yeah.
like, what was it about the number 8 that landed you in jail 4 times? Like, do they, like, first time you got a slap on the wrist, second time, hey, we told you not to do this.
Honestly, how the system works is like, let's say I would have just got caught up with one. I would have gone in there maybe for like a couple days, week max, and they'll let me out, maybe on probation or house arrest. But the thing is, they built that case up on me. It wasn't just one count, it was 8.
So they didn't charge you for anything up until that 8?
Yeah, because they didn't have enough evidence, I guess, to find it.
Okay.
So until they racked up everything and then ended up finding it, yeah.
And so you started getting into that around 15?
Yeah, well, a little younger, but I got caught up at 15. So I didn't get out to 19, like I said, and even when I got out, I was still kind of in that mentality of like, I don't care. Like, I kind of, in a way, I felt like I wasted my youth. So when I got out, I was still like fucking around, like drinking a lot and all that.
You're like, I wasted it. What's the point in even trying to fix it?
Exactly, yeah. So then I kind of just went all out, but I had to fix that. I'm actually 15 months sober on drinking, 6 years sober on smoking. So
It's amazing.
yeah, so it's been a long journey, but it's doable for anyone going through that drug addiction or alcohol addiction, you know?
When you say you're sober now from alcohol,
Yeah.
did you have, like, was it an actual addiction that you had? Or was it just, like,
Well, in the moment,
did you connect it to that lifestyle and that's why you stopped?
in the moment, bro, like, it's not gonna seem like an addiction. It's just like, oh, like, you're having fun? Yeah, let's go have fun. Nah. Well, honestly, the moment that I realized I was addicted was when I caught myself saying, oh, like, I'm bored. I want to go drink. I want to go have fun.
Right.
I don't need a drink to have fun. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, like, I'm done with that.
Right.
And I also had, like, I started getting, like, I went to the doctors. They told me my liver was messing up. And at the time, I was only 21, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty young to be dealing with messed up liver.
So I was like, yeah, it's not worth it for me. Not for that small moment of satisfaction in a way.
So what you were telling me before, too, is you've always had a pretty supportive family.
Yeah.
I feel like when I hear stories like this, it's usually coupled with, I'm not that close with my family, or, you know, we're not really in touch. But that doesn't sound like your case, per se. So what kind of got you into going down that path in the first place?
Well, like I had said, my mom was always working. So there was really no one there to guide me in a way. And my pops would pop in from time to time, but he wasn't around either.
Right, okay.
So I felt like I always just had that time to do whatever I wanted in a way.
And are you the oldest?
The middle
The
child.
middle,
Yeah.
out of two
Out of
others.
three.
Out of three total. How did you get involved, but they didn't?
I felt like my oldest sister, like, we talking shit. Like, I know, like, you know, I felt like she probably, like, got into some shit when she was younger.
Okay.
But my little brother, he kind of learned off of my experience.
So he was able to watch you and be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Right. And then, so in addition to some of that stuff, so were you doing, what's the term? I keep saying car racing, but is it actually called something?
Well, there's a lot of stuff like street racing.
Street racing?
Car racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, street racing. It's a lot of, like, depends how technical you want to get, I guess. Like, if you get caught up, it's exhibition of speed.
Exhibition of speed?
Yeah, that's what they ticket you for. Exhibition of speed or speed, not street racing. There's actually a street racing task force now. Like, before our second take, I was kind of explaining to Joe that they're cracking down on the street racing or the car scene in general because of all the takeovers. The takeovers, for you guys that don't know, is when they block off the street and start doing donuts in the middle of the street. So, yeah, thanks to them, it's kind of messing up for the car community. And, yeah.
Him just messing it up.
Messing it up, man.
Was this, when you got into street racing, was that before or after juvie?
It was after.
I guess, yeah.
It was after.
You were pretty young
yeah.
before.
But like I said, I was whipping the car like at 11, 12. Took the car to like Santa Monica and stuff.
Your mom's.
Yeah, my mom's Prius to be exact.
Nice.
In the Prius.
At least you got good mileage.
Yeah, good mileage. That's why at 12 I didn't really have that much money to go put gas, so it worked out.
Did she know about the times you took her car?
You know what's funny? I did it a couple times until she found out, and the reason why she found out was because at the time we were living in apartments, and I parked it in the wrong spot, the wrong spot because they took the parking. So she was like, "What the hell?"
That's the only way?
That's the only way.
So when would you normally take her car? Like in the middle of the night?
2, 3 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'll be back before 5.
What would you go and do at 15 or even younger,
12,
right? 12?
yeah.
What were you going and doing? Were you just enjoying the car
Just
ride?
enjoying the car, yeah, like literally a joyride. Hence the name Joyride.
Were
yeah.
you a good driver at 12?
I was an amazing driver. I am an amazing driver.
I know you take a lot of pride still in your cars. You've changed a lot of things in your life, but your passion for cars
Stay the same.
stayed the same, right? Okay. So you got out around 19,
Yeah.
but you weren't fully done.
No.
How many years after you got out were you still kind of involved in that lifestyle?
I want to say maybe like 2 more years.
2 more years?
Yeah, like at 21, like I said, I kind of just started like getting my life together. I was sick of my shit.
Right. And so, I mean, obviously, you've changed a lot to be able to get to where you are today. Mm-hmm. Like you said, you've been sober for, 16 months?
15 months on drinking and 6 years on smoking.
Right. So you're clean off of everything.
High off of life.
Tell me about that journey of going from, that criminal, I don't know what the word is, that criminal lifestyle.
So you got to put those sound effects like dun, dun, dun.
I got something in here.
It's a round of applause.
Wait, I got that too. There you go. No, the one I just gave you was the air horn.
No.
Okay. But what was I just asking?
You said if...
That transition. Now.
Yeah.
So going from that delinquent lifestyle, for lack of a better term, to
menace to society.
Right. Tell me a little bit about that transition, and first of all, what kind of inspired you to take that first step?
The transition was hard because I was telling Joe, like, you gotta kind of leave a lot behind. The bonds you've built and stuff, I think would be the hardest for me, just because I kind of had to get away from a lot of like good homies and stuff.
But sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but what made you want to take that step in the first place?
So there was an experience. I was telling Joe. One of my good friends had given me a little life story he had. He's actually a barber too, and he told me he was still in barber school when this happened. Basically, he was in the streets and stuff too. He was coming back from a play, and he got in a high-speed chase with the cops. He lost them, and he still went to school right after. So when he got to school, he was paranoid and everything. He actually had a talk with his barber teacher and basically told him that, gave him an ultimatum, like, it's either this or that. And he chose this. It's a better lifestyle.
So this was someone who you were friends with at the same time you were both doing this kind of stuff together for a while?
Yeah, a very close friend.
Still a close friend?
Yeah.
Nice. And so he kind of went through that transformation and kick-started that inspiration for you to consider a different lifestyle?
Yeah, it kind of opened my eyes in that situation, yeah.
Okay, so what was, we were talking about this before too, but what was the most difficult part of, because I was saying, being able, making a decision on the surface is probably not the most difficult thing. Like, hey, I want to change this about me.
Yeah.
But rather the circle that you have around you, the people that you know, the friends that you've made, pretty much the whole world that you've built, you're basically saying all of this needs to change.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
So I can imagine that being very hard of having to leave a circle that probably felt like family and
100%.
starting again. So what was that like?
Like I said, it's very hard because, like you just said, it's kind of like family, But in my take in all of this, I kind of hope that they see it as like, okay, like he got out of this stuff, but look at him, he's doing better. And in a way, I hope that kind of motivates them to get out of that lifestyle as well, because it's not a good lifestyle, man. Yeah, the fast money is cool, but all the stuff that comes after, like the repercussions and stuff, it's not worth it. So I feel like I just hope they see the good in it, in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the same way that your friend helped inspire you.
Exactly.
Now you're here to show other people there's
hope.
other ways to do it.
There's hope, yeah.
There's hope.
There's hope.
When you say there's hope, did you feel like you were in a place of hopelessness? Or
At the
did you not
time?
really think about it? Yeah.
At the time, yeah, I felt like that. I felt like, especially when I was in the system. So like I said, I was from 15 to 19, but there was a year in there that they sent me to foster care, actually. So I still consider that as being locked up, because I wasn't home. But there was a year in there. And I tried to do my program and stuff, but I kind of was messing up in there too, getting into fights, just drugs and stuff as well. I felt like right there, I was kind of like, damn, like, yeah, like hopeless in a way. Because after that, I was messing up so bad to the point they wanted to terminate my program. So they were going to send me back to juvie. I actually ran away, and I was on the run for like 3 months. I had a court date coming up.
You were on the run for 3 months?
Yeah, for 3 months.
Did anyone know where you were?
No.
Like what about your own?
Like my family?
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I kind of give them hints, but I didn't want to have them aware. Yeah, but I was out in the streets, just like in trap houses, abandoned houses, cars. Sometimes like homies, like houses and stuff, like sleeping anywhere I could, really. But I kind of got sick of that too, so I turned myself in on my court date, and I did the rest of my time, in juvie.
Yeah, I mean, and you were 21 at the time? Or
No,
you were younger.
No, I was younger, yeah.
That takes a lot for someone in your position to... I mean, in a lot of ways, people might hear the story and not think of the word responsible, with your lifestyle, but you had to make some seriously responsible decisions that probably many people in your shoes would most likely not make.
I was just forced to grow up quick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But even like the responsibility of deciding you're going to turn yourself in at 18 or 19 or whatever.
I was I was about to be 17 at the time.
Right.
Because I had my 16th, 17th, 18th birthday locked up. Yeah. So I was about to be 17 when I turned myself in.
And then they gave you another 2 years.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
To finish off my sentence. Because my max time, I was looking at like 15 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So why did they cut it short?
Because I was a juvenile in a way. And then they cut my downtime because of the time I did in there. Because while you're fighting your case, that's all like time they could add. If the judge approves it, he could add it to the end of like your max time. So my time was cutting down. But yeah, I got lucky in a way, I guess. And I did less time.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, pretty crazy story, but with a happy ending in the making.
Happy ending is
Right?
crazy.
What do you mean that's crazy? That's where we are now. But I say in the making because I know you're just a couple of years out of it now, and you're still in the process of finding your footing. But you've made some tremendous progress from the looks and sounds of it.
Yes.
I mean,
100%.
look at you. You're on a extremely successful podcast.
Hey, manifesting it.
Why are you laughing over there?
Turn the camera.
I think that's enough for now, but just to end it off, you're not in that lifestyle anymore. What would you tell people who are still going through it? Maybe they feel hopeless. Maybe they feel like there's no way forward. But clearly you figured it out, and I'm sure it wasn't easy. So for the people who are still in that situation, what's your message?
Okay. My message would be think before you do. Because at the end of the day, when you're in certain situations, you see who's real. And I'd say keep your family close because they're really going to be the ones looking out for you when shit hits the fan. And yeah, I feel like just think about the long term of stuff. Think outside the box because, yeah, the fast money's cool, but the stuff that comes with it isn't. Just get your shit straight. That'd be my message.
I like that. Better not to live in fear, right?
Yeah, having to look over your shoulder and stuff.
Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Get a haircut with him. He's here at AANUKO.
Hey, and before we cut it, just remember, at the end of the day ends.
Couldn't have said it better myself. On that note, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.